Hi friends, this is Naresh. Welcome back to my channel Technical Talks with Naresh. Today I am going to prepare a video on BI report using Excel template with drill down in Oracle Fusion. Okay, so in our last video we had seen how to create the Excel template, but in this video we are going to see how to create the Excel template with the drill down. We can also call it as a master detail region. So before starting, I just want to say that if you are new on my channel, please subscribe to my channel to get a latest update and the videos. Okay, so continue to the topic. I'm just going to the catalog page of my Oracle Fusion instance. So this is the catalog page of my Oracle Fusion instance. So I have to create a new data model. So I'm just clicking on this new, and here is the option that is data model. So I'm just clicking on this data model. So I need to create the master detail report. For that I need two queries because we have to create two groups. So I'm just clicking on this plus icon, and here is an SQL query. So I'm giving the name as Excel underscore 1 underscore DM. Okay, then here I am choosing the data source as FusionDB, and I will write one query. Before writing the query, I will note down all the steps which is required to create this video. Okay, the aim of the video is BI report using Excel template drill down. So first step is create the data model. So for creating the data model, we need the query. So I'm having the query with me. So I'm just pasting it over here. So in this query, we are selecting some column, that is segment 1 PO header ID and the term ID. So segment 1 is nothing but the PO number. So I'm giving the alias name, and we are fetching all this information from the PO header sort table. And here I had given the row num condition as less than 20. Okay, we don't have to fetch the bulk of data. So I'm just copying the same query, and I will go to my data model screen, and here I will paste the query, and I will just click on the OK button. As soon as I click on the OK button, it will create one group G1 with this particular column. Then we have to create the detailed report also. So I want to create one another group. So I'm just clicking on this plus icon again. Then here is the SQL query, and I will give the name as Excel underscore 2 underscore DM. DM is for the data model. Then here is a data source. I am selecting the data source as a Fusion DB, and here I will write the query. So I will write the query that is an select star from PO underscore lines underscore all. So I am fetching the data from the PO lines table. I will just click on OK button. So as soon as I clicked on the OK button, this group G2 will get created. Okay, so now what I will do, I will first save this data model. So I will save this data model into the share folders, and here I already created one folder that is an Excel template. So I will save the data model or here. So I will give the name as Excel underscore drill down underscore DM, and I will copy the same name and I will paste it into the description section, and I will click on OK button. So you can see that my data model is saved. Okay, but we have to do some additional things over here. So here is an PO header ID in this group G1, and in this group G2 also we are having the PO header ID because we had right here the star, so it had taken all the columns. So in line tables we are also having this header ID, but we can't use the same XML tag for two columns. Okay, so we have to change the tag over there. So I'm just going to this structure, and here is then a group G1, but I don't want to change the name of group G1. So here is then a column of group G2. So here we have to find the PO header ID. So here is the column PO header ID. So I'm just removing the underscore, and I will remove the underscore from here also. So this is the XML tag name. This first is XML tag name, and this is the display name. You can see it over here. It is XML and it is display. I'm just saving this thing again. So you can see that is saved. I'm going back to the diagram. So here we have to create the link between this group G1 and group G2. So I am clicking on this PO header ID because this is the join condition, and here is the create link. So it will automatically take the group G2. Now here I have to find the PO header ID, but we had changed the column name, same column name we have to find it over here also. So I'm just clicking this checkbox and I will click on this OK button. So you can see that this link is created. Now again I am saving this particular report. So we will check the data once. For that we will go to this data tab and I will click on this view button. Then after, here is an option table view. So I will click on the table view. So here we can see that the data is showing properly. Okay, so no issues. So I am just saving this data as a sample data and I will click on OK, and here I will click on create report. As soon as I click on the create report button, it will redirect me on the report creation wizard. But I don't want to create the report using the wizard, so I'm just canceling this particular window. And here is an option to upload the data model. So I just click on this data model and I will upload my data model. So what is my data model name? That is an Excel drill down DM. Okay, and here we have to upload the XML template. Okay, so but before that we have to create the Excel template. So before that we will note all this step on the notepad. So I will write the query to also over here. So query 2 is select star from PO underscore lines underscore all. Okay, this is the second query. Then step 2 is we have to create the link. Create the link and change the column alias. Okay, then step 3 is create the Excel template. So this is the same template which we had created in our last video. So I'm just copying the same template and I'm pasting it over here, and I will change the name of that template Excel template underscore drill down. I'm just opening that particular template. So this is the same template which we had created into the last video. So here is the heading purchase order report. So I will give the name as purchase order drill down report. Okay, so this is my header section. Okay, and here I have to give the line section. So for this what I will do, I will just go to the catalog page. So here we have to upload the template, but our template is not ready. So for that I am going back to the catalog screen. Here is a shared folder and here is my Excel template. So here is my drill down data model. So I'm just editing this data model. So why I am editing this data model? Because we want to find the column names. Okay, so I will do one thing. I will go to this data and I will click on view button, and here is the option that is an export. So I will export this particular XML. Okay, so the XML is exported. I will just open this XML. So this is my XML. So under this group G1 we are having this particular 3 column, that is PO number, then here is the PO header ID and the term ID. Okay, and under group 2 we are having this much of the column. So here in our Excel we already created one group tag. So I am just going to this formula column, then here is an name manager, and I will delete this particular group tag. Just click on OK button. Then here we have what we had used, PO underscore header underscore ID. Also PO underscore header underscore ID, and this term underscore ID, that is also same. But here we had previously we had used the segment one, and but here we had given the alias name, that is a PO number. So the same name we have to give, because we have to give here the XML tag name. So what I will do, I will go to name manager and I will first delete this mapping. Then I will change the segment 1 to this particular column name, that is PO number, and I will again go to name manager and I will create the mapping for it, and I will give the sheet as sheet 1, and I will click on OK. So you can see now the three particular elements are created, that is PO header ID, PO number and the term ID. Now what do I have to do? I have to create the line region also. Okay, for creating the line region, I want to take the column name. So I am just taking, suppose this is a PO line ID. I am just copy pasting the same. Then second column we will take as line number. So I'm just copying this line number and I'm pasting it on the template. The next column we will take as item description. The next column we are taking as the UOM code. I'm pasting it on the Excel template. Then I'm going back to the XML. Then here is a list price, unit price and quantity. So I will take all these three, that is a list price. So I'm pasting the same on the Excel template. The next is unit price and I'm pasting that also. And the last one which we are taking, that is quantity. So I'm pasting the quantity on the Excel template. Okay, so here this is the header and this is the element. So similarly these are the headers and these are particular elements. So what I will do, I will write the name for this, all the headers. So what I will do, I will just change the name for the headers. So I will give this as a PO line ID. Then this is the line number. Then this is an item description. Then this is the UOM code. Next is list price. Next is unit price. The next is quantity. So I am just changing the header color to black, making it as a bold. Then I will select some color over here. So I will select this color. Then I will give the border to both these columns. So now what we have to do, we have to give the label to the elements. So what is the element syntax? I'm pasting it over here, that is xdo underscore question mark, then element name means column name, and then again the question mark. So I will write this in front of all the fields. So here I will go, I will write it here, then at the end question mark. Then again for the line number we have to do the same. Then again for the item description we have to give the same. Then UOM code, then list price, then we are having the unit price, and at last we are having the quantity. So we have to give the same syntax. Okay, so the syntax is given. Now what we have to do, we have to create the name mappings. For that I am going to this formula, then here is a name manager, and here we have to add the name manager one by one. So I am just clicking on new. So here automatically the PO line ID is appear the same name, and I have to select the sheet and click on OK. Then same thing, we have to create the name mapping for the line number. We have to select the sheet, click on OK. Then for the item description we have to create the name mapping. Then the UOM code, you have to remember one thing, that for every name mapping we have to select the sheet name compulsory. If you forget to choose the sheet name, it will give the error. Okay, so give the same name in the name section, and scope section give the sheet name. Okay, so we had created the name spacing for all this particular element, this 3 plus this 7. So total 10 name elements have been there. 3 plus 3 plus 4. So we are having the 10 name manager over there. Now what we have to do? We have to create the name manager for the groups also. So this is my group G2. So I will create the name manager for this as the G2. So we are having this much of the columns in G2. From that column we had selected some of the columns into the group G2. So we have to select this particular line, then go to name manager, and here is the option new. Okay, so here we have to give xdo underscore group underscore question mark, then group name, that is G underscore 2, and again question mark. So I'm just selecting the sheet and I will click on OK button. So my group G2 is created. Now group creation for this particular G2 is done. Now we have to create for the G1 tag. I am back on G1. So what we are having under this G1, we are having this header section, and after that we are having this G2 also. And here is the closing of G1. So how we will create the group for G1? So here we have to select all the particular G1 and G2 both the section with headers. Then we have to click on the name manager. Then I have to click on new button. Then here we have to give the name for the group G1, that is xdo underscore group underscore question mark, then G underscore 1, that is group name. Then we have to select the sheet and then we have to click on OK button. So it is the group G1 is created. Okay, so here values and the scope is also given. So one thing, I have selected all this particular line as well as I select one extra line. Why I selected this extra line, I will tell you after seeing the output. Okay, just I am closing this particular checkbox. One more thing I will do, I will increase this particular header and I will save it again. Now I will close this template and I will go back on this catalog page. Okay, now the option to upload this template. So I'm browsing that template. So I will first give the name, that is an Excel underscore template underscore drill down, and I am choosing the template. Then here the type of the template is Excel template and the locale is English, and I will click on the upload button. So you can see that our template is uploaded. Now I have to save this report. I just click on this save icon and I'm saving the report with the name this Excel drill down. Instead of DM, I will just write it as a report, and I'm copying the same name into the description section also, and I will just click on OK button. So you can see that it is saved. Now I will click on this view report button. So the message came, that is report completed, and here we are having the report. So I am just opening this particular report, and this is the report output. So we are having in header purchase order drill down report. Then here we are having the header related detail, and here is the line related detail, and again second header, then second line related detail, and so on. So we are having all the data over here. So going back to the template, so here while creating the template I had told you to take one additional row, because in this report we need that particular blank space over here, and here we had already put on two blank lines. So the same blank line you can find in your template also. Okay, the color of the text is also here the gray, and here also the same color you can find, and here is the black, same color which we had given in the template. Okay, so this is the BI report using the Excel template and drill down of that particular Excel template. Please like, share, subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching the video.